It looked as if the scarecrow had been part of the village for a long time, as if the houses and buildings had been constructed around it. Yet it didn't look old or worn. It seemed as if the villagers took great pride in caring for it. And for some reason, Trisha couldn't help but feel as if those button eyes were watching her. It was the wind, of course, but it almost looked like it was breathing. Except there wasn't any wind. "Did you see that?" Oliver whispered. The giant scarecrow was not breathing. That was ridiculous. "It feels like it's looking at us," said Oliver. Trisha agreed with him. It did feel like the scarecrow was looking at them, which was equally ridiculous. It had buttons for eyes, no pupils, nothing to follow them as they moved. They were freaked out because of Dad, and their minds weren't working as well as they should. This was not a breathing, staring scarecrow. It was a giant piece of burlap stuffed with straw, nothing more. Frank smiled. "Impressive, huh? He's very special to us. He keeps us safe." "Keeps you safe?" Oliver asked. Frank nodded. "He watches over us, protects us." "From what?" "From whatever might cause us harm," he said in a slow, low voice. "From whatever might cause us harm." "It's creepy," said Oliver. Frank scowled at him. "He's not creepy. How would you like it if I came to your village and called your protector creepy?" "I'm sorry," said Oliver. "I didn't mean to insult you. I'm just worried about my dad." "Farmers put up scarecrows all the time. If you saw a scarecrow in a cornfield, would you run and hide in the truck? Would they find you in the backseat crying your little eyes out?" "He said he was sorry," said Trisha. "I heard him. Doesn't mean I have to forgive him right away. The scarecrow has been there since before you were born, before I was born, before anybody here was born." Frank pointed down the street. 2 blocks down, take a left. You'll be at the medical center. The morgue is next to it, so you're going in the right direction if things don't work out for your dad. Goodbye." Frank turned and walked back the way they'd come. "I didn't mean to offend him," Oliver insisted. "He overreacted," said Trisha. "It's a giant scarecrow in the middle of the village. Of course it's creepy. This whole place is creepy. Let's go find Dad." As they hurried down the road, Trisha couldn't shake the feeling they were being watched. She glanced over her shoulder. Had the scarecrow moved? It stood there, its smile stitched on its face, but now it felt like a smirk.